And into Overpass.
All right.
Here we go. MIBR. Strife. MIBR starting on that CT side. Look for them to get the op out early for Woody. But Strife. There's a lot unknown about this MIBR Overpass. There's a chance, perhaps, to catch them off guard. Less so if you die immediately.
Yeah, that's not going to help too much. 5v4 quickly in favor of MIBR. Strife have 3 players pushing up into water, and now Connector. Jota's going to find one, maybe a second. In fact, Woody helps him out. It's all up to Slight, and he's pretty much trapped. I don't think there's much that he can do. He will fall back towards that B site, but there's a player waiting for him there. It is a 1v1 at the very least, and oh goodness, what was Turtle doing? I guess he was just info hopping, but he does manage to recover and flick to the head of Slight, and that will be the round very cleanly for MIBR, Mike.
Nice start there. Nice start indeed. Get that pistol round under your belt. Get a pretty even spread as well, right? 4 players getting in on the fun. Always a good sign. So Strife don't even want to invest into this one. They're going to go full Glocks. Can they snake a palm plant out of this round? That's what they're going to be trying for. Do something a bit cheeky. Burn in the flames. Maybe catch somebody off guard with that aggressive play. But 2 players out towards long. That should be fine. And indeed it is. Okay. Clinical, no problem. Double push long works out beautifully. And that's going to set the tempo early for Strife that they can't assume Playground's control, right? MIBR have shown that look early. You're always going to have to be prepared for a little bit of a long play.
That's good. It's a good look for MIBR for sure. They want to make Strife as uncomfortable as possible on their map pick, and they're already doing it only into the 2nd round. There is a player here waiting in Canal. 3 Strife players looking to charge in again. Only Glocks for them here, so they're considerably stacked against them. Turtle finds one, does all the damage against Slight, then finishes off Joel's and Slight for the 3K. That'll do it. MIBR up to 2.
Clinical through the first few. 1 casualty. Through 2 rounds. Always a good way to start off for a CT side. But now Strife's got the guns out. This is what they were saving for early. Where are they going to go with it? What are they going to do? What's the initial look? For the presence here and towards the connector. Just establishing some map control, taking that playground space. Holding towards fountain. It's a double push long again. Gotta be careful not to be the one player who gets caught. I think they're going to concede it.
I really like this look, by the way. Oh, Joel's is going to take down Turtle with the AK.
They're in B.
And that's the B side cleared out. Yeah.
They got it. So here's the thing. Here's the sacrifice they make going for the double long push is you have lighter presence towards B. And this round, Strife exploit it.
And it wasn't only a double long push, Mike. It was also 2 players in connector. I like the idea of it because you ensure the trade, but it leaves the B side weakened, and Strife exploited that.
Nothing like an old brush to catch you with your pants down. little brush. This is going to be safe from MIBR right off the bat, which I actually love as a call.
Yeah.
That they just go, you know what? Caught us. Whoopsie. Caught us. Caught us out. We're not going to go for this retake. You can have it. We messed up. You figured it out. We'll adjust for next round.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of teams would be tempted to go for it, right? Because you have 2K plus in the bank account, Turtle on 4, and Cello on 3, and well, not MIBR. They're going to play it conservatively, and like you said, a good call, not only because they're admitting their mistakes, saying, you know what, yep, that's it, but also because their economy is going to look way, way better moving forward. Strife, though, do get that first round. I'm sure we're going to see the adjustments come through for MIBR immediately here.
Play. All right, John, take it away for a second.
Sure thing. Yeah, we got MIBR sending, it looks like 3 players to the B side. So as mentioned, yes, already that adjustment being made to ensure the B side would not be overexposed, and they're going to go through the wall for the wall spam as well. Not going to connect on anything. 60 has already moved his way up the sandbags and could get the engagement here towards Pillar. He tags Jota down to 67, but cannot finish him off. Tries to toss the nade to do the job, but it doesn't connect for any damage. And so far a stalemate at B.
All good here, John. Just
that's good.
My dog has occasionally managed to find his way out my apartment front door if I forget to close it securely, and then he gets trapped in the hallway and very confused and can't get back in. I thought it had happened this time. It hadn't. It hadn't. I was hearing things. We're all
good. That's good.
He was just very suspiciously quiet and probably asleep. So we're all good here. And speaking of which, through the first minute of this round, Strife has been suspiciously quiet. He'll try and execute. A little bit of noise made by Sixy, but he gives himself away. He gets caught by the MP9 of all things. He was coming off of a spray. Second casualty in. 45 seconds to go. Strife don't have anything to show for this. And they're even body blocking each other's flashes. Rip. This one seems like it's probably dead on arrival. In the rotations here, they got the third player. Eris, just get an opener. This would take some heroics. Enough time. 28 seconds. They need that heaven player. An exit will deny. There's just nothing to do here. You need to get a bomb plant. Yota's going to try and prevent that from happening. And while he can do no such thing, there's plenty of bodies here for MIBR. And they will, in fact, take the round. Controlled from start to finish, to be quite frank. A little bit disjointed from Strife. I think they were hoping for some aggression from MIBR, but they just wound up losing the initial picks, and then they had nothing to show for it.
And because they had the 4-man save in the previous round, their economy is blossoming with that round victory. And only 3 deaths combined. 2 on Turtle and 1 on Woody. Jota, Exit, and Cello still have not gone down in this match in those first 4 rounds. But let's see if round number 5 will change that. 4 AKs and the Tech 9 coming through for Strife. And as mentioned, MIBR had much more presence on the B site. That completely gone away from that double 2-man stack down long. Jota gets the opener on Sixy, who gets caught out again at the sandbags for the first casualty.
1-4 start for Sixy. Talked about how he hasn't been having the impact that they usually hope for from him. Maybe a bit concerning. 8 ADR as well, right? Like, he just hasn't hit anybody, really.
Yeah, and again, I think it comes back to when he was looking for a team before the season started. In the Joel's gonna get the headshot over on Exit, makes it a 4v4. I'll get back to that.
2 players pushed down by Monster. That's gonna be awkward stamina. Good job to spray onto that. Keep the player who you knew was stuck on the mini map and deal with him. What a peek through the air for Woody. And this bomb's not down yet. Okay, it will be, but he knows he's gotta play timing. I'll give it to him. Now a chance to get out of the angle for stamina. Monster, he's not ready for it at all. Cello able to bring that through, even if he did take damage. Jones has a chance to win this round, but he's going to have to go bold for it, and he knows it. They want to play together off of construction. Does he hear anyone who keeps the ball? Gets the flash, he's dodged that. Did they expect him to be so close? Oh, this could be the play. Yeah. This could be the play. No one's looking for it. No one's looking for it. He's got the lineup, but he doesn't have the shot. But there's no kit. He's won the round. He's done it. Good job, Joels. Would have looked a little cooler if you got both, but hey, you take the round win however you can get it.
Yeah, that was some really good patience from Joels, just waiting and waiting and waiting behind the smoke, forcing them to overlook his position. Then once he pops out, if he's clean on both his shots and the spray transfer, he gets that easily. But at the end of the day, it's just unable to take down Woody. Luckily for him, Woody did not have the kit, and MIBR fall in the round. Strife get themselves a second. But back to my point, Mike, about Sixy. When he was looking for a team before the season started, he really wanted to go into the opping role. If I recall correctly, in his tweet, he was saying, I want to be a main opper. But I think just the opportunities weren't there. For that specific position, and he wanted to play competitively in Challenger League, so he decided to give Strife a try, knowing, of course, that he wouldn't be on the op and instead the rifle.
Yeah, and so, he can have massive impact as a rifler if the individual mechanics
yeah, of course.
Obviously, he hasn't done it so far this game, but he's the kind of player who can get one big clip and suddenly wake back up. But here's the thing, right? This is a competitive team. This is a team that's built to make a real run of things. They haven't, obviously, with the loss towards Arrows, necessarily had the best season here, but coming off the land win at Philadelphia, making a nice case for themselves. They've got stuff to build upon, right? They've shown us that the pieces can fit together nicely. Land wins against Team 1, certainly something to put in the W column against the Apex Rebels. Some really good wins coming through from the Strife roster, and looking to continue to be able to do that against Carpe Diem as well on land. So
they play ATK.
Did they play ATK? I feel like ATK was on the opposite side of the bracket and dropped to Apex Rebels, but I'm going to
I think you're right. You're right. Yes, that's right. Well, Strife do have that second round of a nice effort from Joel's. Just their economy hasn't really settled in very well. That's why you're going to see 3 Galils, the Deagle, and the AK coming into this round versus MIBR, who still have 4 A1Ss and the AWP. But should they lose this one, they will be relegated to an eco. That said, Strife going to send 4 players down long A, and excuse me, short A. And oh, Joel's burns Cello to an itty bitty crisp. Nice flashbang thrown by 60 to blind Cello and make him unaware of where he was actually going. But Jota right after that drops slight and damage done to stamina as well. There is control of the bomb site. A bomb plant will come in. Count from long. Jota's coming through, and man, can he be stopped? A second kill for him on the round, and that's the man advantage out here. We're hoping for. They're coming into the retake, and everyone's dropping for Strife. Exit and Jota clean up house. That'll be that.
Rough round mechanically for some of the Strife players, right? Not able to win their fights, not able to win their duels. Galil's definitely limiting that, but still not ideal.
No.
Per se. Just not a lot of damage output coming through from the Strife side, right? They're getting themselves some opportunities, some bullies in towards sites, but haven't been able to convert on their holds. This round's going to be tough. Minimal investment, if any. Nade stack potentially coming through here. One of this will be the Astralis nades. Towards little info hop the boost. Back graffiti. Looking like it will be. They're set up outside B. Yeah, they're going to set up this nade stack. Are they going to catch exit? Oh, they do! He's at 1 HP! And they get a kill with the Glock! Jota being down makes this interesting. Can they find exit? They've lost 2 players. They've maybe stalled out a little bit. A flashbang would have been nice to get them through, but obviously it wasn't available. Wasn't on deck, and I think exit might be allowed to live through this round. They're not going to know how close they got. Indeed, he does. How disappointing. One more point of damage, and he would have been out of there. The nade stack would have worked. Love the idea. Almost became something. But, once again, MIBR triumph.
Would have been great to just have one more nade, right? And just toss it afterwards. Oh,
Glock him in the knees.
Anything. But yeah, good job by MIBR to shut down Strife. So they were threatened a little bit. Cello gets the open. Another half buy here for Strife. Feature of Galil in Eris's hands, and he does a little bit of damage to Woody, who has to fall back. And now Stamina's pinching in, and Woody will go down. So there's the op on the ground for Strife to pick up. Jules is going to grab that one and immediately give it to Slight, which makes sense. They want to give it to their primary opper, and now they're going to try and put him in a position to get an op frag here over near the A site. Exit, very much a threat, gets one, and oh my goodness, made it look easy on both Stamina and Slight.
Nice to see him coming alive here as well. 6-1 to this point. He was quiet last night, I would say, in their game.
Yeah, I think he was quiet. Remember on Dust 2, you called him out, and then all of a sudden he just got 4 or 5 frags, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He did. But still, maybe wasn't as flashy as some of his teammates, and that can be a stylistic thing. But it's always cool to see the player who's maybe quieter on the stat sheet sometimes just popping off early.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's been so good for MIBR, though, that, I don't know, I just come to expect them all to be at this level, right?
Yeah, sure. That's fair. That's fair. It is certainly looking rough for Strife early on here. It's still early, I will say. It is still early on their T side. There's a chance to get going, obviously, in this next round. But I mean, MIBR are looking comfortable. Now, what I will say is, based on this setup, there's a bit of a chance to isolate fights. Eris is going to go around. Oh, and Jota's going back towards long. This could be bad, actually. They're clearing through. It gives up the audio cue. So close to it. Ran out of time. He's going to get the bomb plant out of this, though, and that's quite the find. Money made. A chance to bring through this round. No longer a chance to bring through this round. But still, finding the gap, finding the bomb plant here is not a bad find for Strife.
No, it's good, but just love the way that went from, oh, he has a chance, and oh, no. He's gone. Jota's right there, who's hit double digits now at 10. And I guess just to reinforce my point, Mike, how good they have been so far, that's MIBR throughout this season. In 9 maps, they don't have a single player below a KDR of 1.3. 1.32 is their lowest on Cello. Everyone else is just ridiculous. Woody at 1.41. Exit, actually the leader, 1.64 KDR. Jota behind him at 1.56. And Turtle at 1.44. So that's how good they have all been.
I think for Exit, that reflects the fact that he's one of the few players who doesn't necessarily chase fights.
Yes, you're right.
You know, still very positive statistics certainly for him, but he's one of those guys who's like, I'll stay alive. You go chase. You go chase. I'll make sure we actually win this round. You go wild.
Yeah, you're definitely right. He's a quieter player. He's not the flashy player that Jota is, for example, but he gets the job done. All right, MIBR. Gonna fall back here after pushing up a little bit. That was Woody down long A. In fact, Woody adjusting positions, usually playing towards connector, and now he's going to post himself up in that short bathroom. And he does have Cello with him, pushed up, and that's the double op setup. No rifles here to support the big green guns, all of them favoring that B site, and for good reason. Strife is quite heavily leaned towards it with 3 players there, and the bomb is about to get there as well.
Ooh. Oh, oh, here comes the play. 40 seconds on the clock. Time to make the move. They're grouping. They don't have a ton of utility, so this first salvo might be it. And Turtle has a Molotov that could absolutely ruin their day. Now goes the Molly. Let's have to wait a little bit longer. 30 seconds. Players pushing for construction. He's got no control. You're just going to have to get this back right now. They have not left themselves the time to work with this. 20 seconds. They're all just lambs to the slaughter at this point. The team really needs to be that aggressive, as they are going to deliver themselves right into the waiting arm of MIBR. There's no way to get through this. Slight will be the last casualty. Mercifully, they all died before time, but that was a catastrophe from Strife. We're seeing this again, where they're trying to get something. They're waiting so late into the rounds, and they're hoping that MIBR is going to give them something, and the Brazilian squad is just not giving them anything to work with.
No, and I think that's the right play, because there's no reason to go for that aggressive push when Strife is not really going to try to challenge too much, or is going to be waiting for you to actually make that push. So anyway, MIBR, pretty comfortable right now, I'd say, Mike. They don't look stressed at all in this matchup.
No, certainly not. I mean, things are just about going to plan. That's a bit of a miss, a bit of a whiff from Cello, if they did try and break out the double off. More opportunities here. That time, it's Woody. There we go. Both ops were playing together. You think you got past the op? Suddenly there's another one. Just with the pistols. I mean, look.
Yeah.
If I'm a pistol stack, right, rolling in, I'd rather go up against double ops than 2 rifles.
Absolutely. Not to say the double op can't do it, but it's much harder to go for, a spray. You can't go for a spray down with the op, so you have to hit some very quick shots and sometimes even a no scope to make it work. But Strife don't decide to push into it. They are taking their time. Again, even with the pistol buy-up. Joel's does manage to recover the A1S, so that could help their effort here, as they have 2, now 3 players stacked towards long, and 1 lurk in the form of Joel. So they don't have the A1S ready to push here, but there will be an engagement. Who's going to win it, Turtle or Joel's? It's going to be Turtle with the AK headshot. There's the rifle gone, and now Strife would say, you know what? Let's hope these Tech 9s are enough. I didn't even see a push of the smoke. Yeah, there's 60 going on through. Eris does manage to take down Cello, who was trying to hide in the corner. Woody gets one, but Stamina dropping Woody right on back. 2v2 and a 2v1. Stamina popping off with the Wandeegs. Only Turtle left standing, and he got caught with the utility in his hand. Just pull out the AK, Turtle. Don't mess around, and he does get the headshot on Stamina, leaving a very wounded 60. Only 2 HP to try and fend off Turtle, who's already up to 13 frags and has now taken the lead in that category. He's thinking about throwing the Molotov, switches back to the AK now and gets the headshot on 60. The hard clear for Truck, upgrades to the op, and MIBR, despite a bit of struggle in that round, do still get it.
Closest round for Strife in a very long time. That one right down to the wire, but when they need the star performance from Turtle, he steps forward. He delivers to find his 14th kill and the 8th round for MIBR. They're looking for double digits at this point, right? That's what they're hunting out of this half. Anything less than 10 will certainly be a disappointment. And for Strife, you got to start competing now. You got to start running some rounds. They've got the full buy up for it. They've got the full utility as well, but it has been so quiet. I was looking to Slight to be a potential star for them. 1 kill. 60, 1 kill. That just can't happen for this Strife team. That's so much of their firepower to find. Joel's will go 1 and done. Slight's getting nothing in this round, as Woody is winning that op duel all day long. And that has to be getting frustrating here for Slight, as he is just finding nothing to start these rounds.
There's no doubt he's frustrated, because this is not the usual Slight that we're used to seeing. 1 frag, you called it, Mike. It's very odd in terms of performance, but MIBR have been shutting him down well, and Woody's winning those op engagements again and again. He's up to 9 frags himself, and then tosses a nade into water. That won't do much damage, but Strife again, just waiting for an opportunity to push up. Here we go. Stamina is going to go onto that A site, but Cello finds Eris on the other side. Stamina's found himself an empty bomb site, so let's see what he can do with it. This is a chance for Strife to come back into the round.
Stamina. How deep does he want to take this? Someone's play around. He's going to find the damage. Avoids getting shut down by Woody. And now, this is very awkward. They've lost the site. They know there's potentially really deep control here. That was a bold plant for Joel's, and he is going to be punished for it. Exit now finds a second as well. Leaves everything on to 60, and 60's on the other side of the map.
Oh,
so 60's going to save this AWP.
Boy, oh boy.
An opportunity. Lost.
Yeah, very much so, like slipping through the cracks there, finding the A site abandoned, and then Joel's goes for too risky of a plant given the situation, and it cost them. MIBR now up to 9, looking to get into double digits on their CT side. And, I mean, 4 players, only 3 deaths up to this point. Turtle with the most at 5, but he's also got the most frags with 14, so yeah. 140 on the clock.
It's funny, with a name like Turtle, you'd expect him to be a slow, patient player. Not at all. It's more of the hare than the tortoise in this one, in this Aesop fable.
Maybe a name change is in order.
Hare?
Yeah.
Ooh, Cello. Gets an opener, slight hidden opportunity, but did not hit the window on that op shot. And this is looking like another dominant round for MIBR. Strife just get no inroads, right? They can't find any map control. They can't find the engagement they're looking for. Now they're isolating, and it's all left to Stamina. They look shell-shocked. A timeout would be well in order here for Strife because they need to settle.
This was a buy, right? I'm not crazy.
This is a buy. This is a full buy round. Yes, they get nothing. They barely get to shoot back. If their coach is in the server right now with them, if Crispy's here, it's time for a timeout. You got to do something. They are looking like ghosts in the server.
No timeout. Whew. Yeah, MIBR is just... Yeah, it's kind of target practice for them at some points here. Strife looks so flat. The confidence just not there at all. Cannot find the frags either. Losing all the aim points. And here we go. Cello again goes for the aggression. This time he does get punished. Feels the damage is slight. Taken down to 23 HP and 60 to 74. But at least Strife have got that man advantage for themselves and some space to work with towards long.
I just want to see Slight get some gears turning, right? I don't care whether it's with the rifle or the AWP. Something has to change here because it is so limp right now. 60's got some forward spot, and that's going to be the shot. There we go. There's that flash again. Maybe some of the stars coming online here. Very early days, but a 2-man advantage is a world better than they had. And there's a flank out from Stamina. Does he catch this player going down? He does indeed. So not all falls. There's Jota and Exit. They have to know that pinch is coming through, so he wants to fight forward, and he'll fight to his death. All on to Exit. Man who's normally content to sit back and do all himself, and he's found the first, off the bomb as well, but he knows the flank's coming through, and eventually Stamina brings that to bear. Nicely done for Strife. Signs of life, a pulse here for the Strife squad.
Well, yeah, finally, you know, some aim duels being won. 60 gets one. I think Slight also had one with the AK, and Stamina with a great flank to pitch in for a couple. So there we go. Yeah, something to build off of for Strife. But MIBR's built up such a great economy that they will have another full-on 5 coming through this time. 4 A1S's in the solo op in Woody's hands. Cello gets that flash thrown towards Fountain. And Strife aren't going to be challenged this time. Last time, if you recall, Cello was pushing down long A, ended up getting caught off as the opening frag. And then Strife just continued to abuse that MIBR defense. Once more, long A, very exposed. Stamina going to go for the run boost here. Doesn't really lead to anything, obviously, since no one's here, but they will gain the space.
And they're reading this right. It's just Cello here, alone. Catch that one player, they've got this entire side of the map free for them. I haven't found any contact yet. The player and connector as well hasn't seen any rotates. They're holding pretty far back. But here's where Strife has gotten into trouble. They got their initial positioning. They're just going to sit on it. For another 30 seconds, like we've come to expect.
Probably.
Not moving an inch, man. They're not moving an inch.
Not even.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say not even like a forward recon or anything. Just standing back here. Anyway, Joel's is gonna get one on Turtle, and Jota trades it back. But yes, Mike.
I was going to say, one of the things that they have been emphasizing that they've been trying to develop is patience for the players. And I can appreciate that. But the problem here is that the patience, you're not finding, right? You're sitting, you're hoping for a play, and MIBR and giving it to you. So now, if the hit comes in, this is going to be tough. Nice pick, though, for Sixy. Gets a little bit too ahead of himself. Doesn't realize exit's still here, but they should be okay. 13 seconds, the flank is on, and Jota shuts it all down. He comes up connector. No one's watching for it. They don't realize it's so exposed. And he catches the timing, and he catches the round.
No, they turned around at the exact moment he arrived, and they're like, oh, no. It just went down, so exactly. 11-3 in favor of MIBR. Jota saves the day once more. 17-4. Does he have an off day? I say that. He had an off map, okay? On Dust 2 against the Party Astronauts. Even then, it wasn't that bad. I think he went 17-20, but yeah, that's an off map for Jota.
I feel like we're going to get another one of these things, right? Where they're going to look dominant on their opponent's map. And then look kind of shaky on Dust 2. This round, not looking good at all for Strife. It's going to be the Slight or Stamina Star show if it's going to happen. They don't even have control of the bomb, so they need to go back quite a ways as that's just been found. Slight will find a kill, but Cello finds the bomb. Stamina, do you believe in the clutch? Game leader 1v4 clutch god. I don't.
I mean,
There's a
he's
gap.
slip through.
They're looking the wrong way, yeah. Time to get the bomb. Oh no, knife out. Bottom player. Gets the kill. There we go. Path towards A. Can just full rotate it. Doesn't quite have the read on that. But wait a second. They'll bring the rotator up. He'll start to spread out a little bit. He can wait this smoke. If he finds the kill on the monster player, this is suddenly huge. But he's going to have no margin for error once that smoke fades.
Yeah, I think he has to go at 30 seconds here.
Here we smoke. Ah! Gonna flash his way through. Doing it. Trying his luck. Now it's done. Now they know he's here. Now they got the confirmation. The rotator's on. Turtle's just gonna spam a Galil. Why not? And it's gonna be over. He knew it was hopeless. He knew he was out of position. We'll be back after this quick break. To sum up that half for Strife in one word, lacking. Lacking in much. Lacking in map control, lacking in bomb plants, lacking in fights won. And MIBR really just kind of went into cruise control at a certain point, right? Playing very defaulty, chilling out, and just winning every engagement they actually wanted. Could be another one of these double long pushers, except this time, Turtle wins it. Slight, able to fight back, but he's going to have his hands full here, and they really want to hunt him down. They've got him relatively isolated. They'll take the fight, and they will succeed.
Ooh, not good news for Strife. They really need to come out and get something going early on here, and I know it's a cliched saying, but the pistol is absolutely a necessity. Sixy is going to get the headshot over on Jota to even things out at a 3v3, and MIBR don't exactly have that much map control in towards either bomb site. Now they're going to get it as they're charging down long A. Cello peeking around, making sure that no one catches his teammates off guard, who are going to rotate around into the bathrooms, and now he will join them, Mike.
That's MIBR's turn to sit and wait a little bit. These two players out towards long. This could be strong positioning, especially if they get the fast rotate up connector. MIBR could wind up getting pinched. I have to snap up one of these prongs of the pincer as quickly as possible. But 60's actually giving it up. It's interesting. Not sure what he's seen or what the inkling's been. But he backs off it, so that flank will not be as quick to come through. Nice peek, though, for Stamina. That's what they needed. And Eris! A blunder, perhaps, but maybe just enough time. Bot, no. Cello will be able to get this bomb planted, though he expects the player close at hand. 10 seconds, and he can plant that bomb. And he is going to be able to do so, but with no time to spare. His position might be known. 60 might be able to do this. Cello, though, will have a chance at the fight. He's been dinked. Can't afford to take much more damage, or any at all, really. 60 trying to fly into it. The pistols will find the way. Just enough. An upgrade there. A defuse on Strife. At least survive the pistol.
Not a confidence-inducing round for Strife, because there is still some whips there in the aim duels, and 60's just going to add a little bit of BM there, a little bit of excitement. Yeah, let him know. You got the round. Something's happening here. 4th round on the board for Strife, and who was it that was just not able to hit that shot with the USP? I think it was Stamina. But he did have 2 in the round, so I can't hold it against him that much. Either way, MIBR get the bomb plant, and that means, as is potentially and usually the case, the T side has a slightly better buy-up than the CT side, but there are still 2 A1Ss in the mix here.
Oh, we'll boost up. We'll boost up over the smoke. What are you looking for this? Woody not being given any chances. No opportunity for Woody.
Oh, Slight could have a chance.
Oh. Do you think his teammates ever troll him by playing songs from Toy Story for Woody?
It's funny that you say that, because I was just thinking about Toy Story.
You got a friend in me.
You
got a friend in me.
I feel like an opportunity should arrive for that to happen.
ESL PMCA'd.
Yeah, don't do that. You have to imagine at some point the opportunity is going to arise for that to be played to him.
I wonder if it's as much of a reference for the Brazilian scene as it is for us. Oh, Turtle. And Exit. Get a couple big kills. They've opened up this site now, but there's reinforcements in the bank, and Exit just keeps killing everybody. They could bail towards B. They don't know it, though, so they're going to press on in. But now, having seen both players, do they just leave? They do indeed. Quick read. Quick response here. They're out. The long player doesn't get away, but it's still okay. They found the site. They've got the advantage. Without utility, this could get rough, but Slight's come back into the angle. A quick rotate here. Now he's dug into the corner with only 20 seconds. They need to plant this bomb. And Turtle's not in a position to help his teammate just yet. He's on an island. He gets one. Not the second, though. Rotation has to be quick here. Stamina, does he have the read? He does indeed, but he doesn't have the shot. Mechanics fail him. The bomb will be defused. That's going to be the round win for MIBR.
I was just about to say, Strife are starting to look really good on CT side. And they have. I mean, they are making it at least down to 1v1s and a little less flat than they were on their T side. But yeah, if you look at their stats, typically they're winning the majority of their rounds on CT side. In fact, 58%, as you would expect in Overpass. But yeah, 58% coming on CT side. So maybe we'll see a little bit more from them here. The thing is, their backs are against the wall so early on in the half that they don't have much room to breathe. And, well, you see Slight forcing up that scout, goes down right off the dock at the Cello. That's a 5-4 in the space gained by MIBR towards B, but Eris does manage to take one down with the 5-7. That's a wicked job by him. They might try and retrieve the AK, and that would, of course, be a mistake with Woody waiting right here.
One for one there's not the worst. Can't retrieve the gun, though. That's unfortunate. It was just an SMG that they lost. But MIBR seem a little bit committed in towards this B side with 2 players here and a fast potential rotate. It could be a bit stiffer on the defense than they're expecting. Well, here comes the creep around. Jota has caught a freebie, and the second as well. He's just so damn good. Galil, or no, he's up to 20 kills, and that bomb's going down, and that round is effectively over. Can Joel's pop off here? Apparently, we're going to find out. No! Resounding no on that answer.
Oof. 14-4 in favor of MIBR, and because Strife forced up in that previous round, they got nothing here. They got nothing. They're going to be on an eco, needing likely 11 rounds in a row just to push this one to overtime, and nothing bought up at all. Not even a nade coming through. It's just dry USPSs with no armor, and as a result, all 5 players charging down long, hoping to overload someone or catch a player off guard and get an AK, but MIBR is watching for it. Turtle gets 2 quite easily. The other players are all peeking around, and it's just going to be a farm for MIBR. Not a single body dropped as Cello and Woody finish the job.
All right, so map point's been found here on their opponent's map pick. Reminder, MIBR cruising through Overpass, and this Strife side just looking so very flat. Like a Coke that's been left out open for a day. There's just no bubbles here. There's no pop, man. There's nothing doing for it. At this moment where I think, Lord, we're no longer sponsored by a Pepsi product. Whew! Used to be in the old days, I'd make a reference like that and then suddenly be sweating. Nade stack!
You're okay now.
Oh, didn't find anybody. How did those nades not do any damage? What?
I think it just went right between... Yeah, it's
Excuse
strange,
me?
but it was right between both players.
Excuse me, CSGO?
The corner of the wall, Mike. It blocked the fragments.
I hate HEs, man.
they're
like, I understand it didn't do substantial damage, but it did 1 bullet of damage to stamina. 1 point of damage, and that's it. Come on.
I agree with you. They're too weird. Sometimes, you know, the lip of a stair, right, will block all the damage from a nade. So yeah, it's okay. I'm sure Strife aren't complaining, because all 5 players still pretty much at 100 health, and MIBR are really leaning into an A hit right now. Slight spamming through the smoke, and MIBR just trying to slow things down a little bit until the smoke dissipates. Here come the flashbangs and the Molotovs onto the site. Stamina gets the opener on Cello, finds the second one, actually still Slight, and then Woody goes down as well to Joel's. Only 1 frag comes through for MIBR in the meantime. And now he's find Slight.
There's a flank on, though. Oh, they should deal with it. Jota last alive. He's kind of dodged the flank, but that's just to go for a save. So this round is over. MIBR out of it. Jota bailing, trying to keep his AK alive, and considering their loss bonus is non-existent right now, this is the correct play. It is interesting how much more teams go for T-side saves than they used to.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes, you know, you saw the player just trying to charge out and get something done with the loss bonus being rescinded if you don't go and die, right? So, I mean, but it's still better to have the AK and the utility than not, and of course the body armor. So it's just kind of doing the math in your head and realizing, do I save here? Does it make more sense? Or is the loss bonus just going to replenish me here anyway? But because it's only 1900, in this case, yes, save. Alrighty. Going into round number 21, Slight's going to toss that nade on forward into Fountain. And MIBR, they're very comfortable here. 10 opportunities to close this one out. Strife has to win out just to get to overtime, not even to win.
That's a tough task for sure. And in this round, no early favors. MIBR giving them nothing to play with. It's reminiscent of the first half, right? Where Strife begging for a fight. Now MIBR says no. So this time, eventually they're going to have the team that actually executes. Strife committing some serious utility to taking this construction control. They just spot the player in connector, which means they're not going to be able to poke back out. So they can't hold on to that ground, but they also know this isn't an immediate B rush. So maybe they can chill for a sec. Still commit a smoke to Monster. What's the utility looking like? It's starting to be a little bit depleted, and there's still 40 seconds to play with. No Molotovs. That last smoke just got pulled. This could wind up being bad again. You got some flashbangs, though, so they can certainly make life difficult for MIBR to take that site. With 25 seconds remaining, though, Woody gets the opening kill. Reinforcements are here. The numbers are here, but they're going to have to do the shooting, and that's where the struggle has come through. Stamina trying to hold the line. He's got nothing. They're getting blanked. They're getting completely washed out of this round. MIBR have reduced it to the gunfights, and the gunfights they are winning. That bomb's going down. Nothing Slight can do about it. With his position compromised, he's going to take one heck of a battle back out of this position to find anything out of this round. He will attempt to come around. He will attempt to come through, but this is over. There's just no chances being given. And MIBR aren't even peeking. They're maintaining the discipline till the bitter end. And all they need is Slight to come around the corner, and he should be dead to rights. Cello repositions. He gives himself up on that one. But Slight still has to get in. He's out of time. He now has no margin for error. Has to swing around with the kit. He's got one more, but they're just buying the extra seconds they need. Maintaining that discipline. And oh, he tries for the final flick. Nearly gets it. The clutch that nearly was. We'll be back after this break.